everyone. Welcome back to Twin States News. I'm Nicole Menner. For the Ole Miss Rebels, replacing a 1,000-yard rusher isn't something that will come easy. Losing Jordan Wilkins has left a big void, but running backs coach Derek Nix is confident he has the right guys for the job, despite it being some pretty big shoes to fill.
I thought he really increased our standard. I think the guys here that's coming in trying to replace him know that Jordan did a great thing for us last year, being consistent, number one, and being able to go get the yards that are there. I think the guys are working hard. They're all competing every day to try to fill in that role, and somebody's going to have to take the bull by the horns and lead it. It started back in the spring, started in the off season, from running sprints to competing in the weight room to being on the field, and every day, every back know they can't have a lazy step. So it's been fun to coach them.
And speaking of Jordan Wilkins, here's a check-in on what he's been doing during Colts preseason. Selected in the 5th round of the draft, Wilkins has been solid for a rookie running back over in Indy. Against the Seahawks, Wilkins played 25 snaps with 18 on offense, 7 on special teams. He had 6 carries for 21 yards in addition to a fumble recovery in that game. As for the Ravens on Monday night, Wilkins had 7 carries for 26 yards, 2 receptions out of the backfield for 18. He lost the ball at the goal line, but it was recovered for a touchdown. Erik Losey is entering year 2 as Southern Miss's offensive line coach as the Golden Eagles return experience at that position. With the same coaching group of players, the identity hasn't really shifted, and Coach Losey was asked if there were any noticeable differences from year 1 to year 2.
Well, we are who we are. I mean, we're the bottom line is we talk about 100%. We talk about being the standard for this team. Obviously, we talk about, a lot of things, just bringing the juice every day, and we're going to live how we talk. I mean, we're not going to sit here and talk one way and live another. That's why you go out to practice. They practice tough. Okay, that's why they live tough. That's why, we're getting 2 treatments a day. We're doing these things, so we can stay at work for those guys that we have to protect.
The New Orleans Saints holding their first joint practice with the Chargers today as the team is in California ahead of Saturday night's game. Now, joint practices are the norm throughout the NFL this time of the year, and going against a different opponent is a good way to switch up the competition. Here's what Coach Sean Payton had to say on day 1.
A couple things. Obviously, a lot of different situational work. We had 2-minute team run, move the ball. I thought it was real good work. A lot of film for us to study. Anytime you switch opponents like this, you get a whole new set of looks defensively, offensive formations, and I thought overall it went pretty well.
And the NFL's competition committee issuing their clarification today on the new controversial helmet rule. There will be no changes to the rule, but the committee determining that inadvertent or incidental contact with the helmet or face mask is not a foul. The league plans to update training videos to send to coaches and players throughout the rest of summer to show examples of fouls and incorrect calls. Going back to Ole Miss, in a video that has gone viral overnight, Coach Matt Luke inviting both Floyd Allen and Montrell Custis to a one-on-one battle. Now the loser would take home a sweatshirt, while the winner would take home a duffel bag with a special prize inside. As for how things turned out, we'll let this viral video tell the rest of the story.
All right, Floyd, come here. All right, open up that bag and find what's in there. Let's see what's in the bag. Let's see what's in the bag. Hold up. What is it, gift certificate? What is it? Read that out. Yeah! Congratulations, buddy. Hey, congratulations.
So in case you couldn't tell, the senior walk-on taking away a scholarship, and he has quite the incredible story. He's a Houston, Texas native, and he was actually homeless just 2 years ago after leaving football in his junior college program. I guess he was in California at a JUCO. He was working at McDonald's while he was there just to make it through, make ends meet during the season. Then he had to leave, and he was homeless for a few months before ultimately ending up at Ole Miss.
You have to love that story.
Yeah, love that story. Hard work pays off. Great to see Coach Matt Luke and all his teammates so happy for him.
Talent and hard work being rewarded.